Hello friends, India's several state governments has asked the central government for permission to participate in the bidding, that is the privatization of or disinvestment of central public sector enterprises. But the central government has recently announced that the state and central departments and public sector enterprises and cooperative societies will not be eligible to participate in the bidding for PSC's disinvestment and privatization. This is totally anti-democratic. So the state governments should be given the first priority if the center is not able to run its public sector enterprises. But the ruling government, which is only promotes big business and facilitate corporates, is only interested to hand over the public sector enterprises to the private corporates. So the Department of Investment and Public Asset Management, that is a misnomer. So because what it's doing is not enabling or increasing the investment process in the public sector enterprises, and it is not managing it properly. It is only for selling. It is only for disinvestment. So the name has to be changed. It is a misnomer. So it recently announced that it only underestimates the abilities of public sector enterprises, the DPEM. So what it recently announced, the reason why these entities will not be eligible for the bidding process, it says the public sector enterprises are facing the constraint in terms of fresh capital infusion and lack of innovation, it says, and lack of modern technology and diversification and lack of adaptability. It is all said by another public entity, that is DPEM. So it is a shame to underestimate the public sector enterprises like this. So it also says the state don't have funds to run even their own PSUs. States are in debt position, and the state-run PSUs are having weak profitability, and so they cannot be transferred, it says. And also it says that it is against the public sector enterprise policy, it says. So their public sector enterprise policy is to minimize the presence of a government in the public sector enterprises. Can you call it as a PSC policy? So this is only a privatization policy. You cannot call it as a PSC policy. So they say, the DPEM said it is against the PSC policy to allow the state governments and cooperative society to enter into the bidding process. So this is totally against the interest of the public and totally anti-democratic. There is a shocking report released by Center for Monitoring Indian Economy. It says that India's total labor force has fallen by 38 lakhs in the month of March. So the lowest level in the last 8 months. So it has fallen to 39.5%. But in the last February it was around 39.39%. In June it was 39.6%. So there is a number of employed people. There is a fall of 14 lakhs, and the count of unemployed is fallen by 24 lakhs. So India's total labor force has shrunk to 42.8 crores. So this is not because of the increase in the employment opportunities. People are disappointed of getting proper employment jobs and stopped looking for getting new jobs. So that is the situation. This indicates the level of economic distress in the country. In March, the number of non-agriculture jobs has fallen by 1.67 crores. But it was compensated by rise in agriculture jobs. But these jobs are it has increased by 1.53 crores. But the CMI said this is more like undisguised unemployment, not real employment. And in industrial sector, the number of jobs is fallen by 76 lakhs. Manufacturing sector, they shed around 41 lakh jobs. And construction sector is also fallen by 29 lakhs. Mining sector, 11 lakh jobs are lost. So more jobs are lost in the organized sector. And even in retail trade, which employed around 7 crore jobs last month, is fallen to 6.56 crores. And more than half of the 90 crore people of working age are stopped looking for jobs. So this is an indicator of the economic distress prevailing in the economy. But the government, what the government says, the government refused the report. They say that this is not true. It is not true that half of the working age population has lost hope in finding job. And the Ministry of Labor and Employment says making such an inference that half of the working age population has lost hope in finding job is factually incorrect. Says instead of acknowledging the fact and recommending new policies for increasing employment, it says that it is hiding the truth. So what it says is the majority of the working age population are pursuing higher education, it says, or they are doing unpaid job, voluntary work, or so many categories it has given. So that is the reason that the number of labor force is not actually shrunken, it says. So it just negates the fact. And significant number of women also quit jobs, is planning to quit jobs within 2 years due to the higher stress and also to inflexibility in timings. This is a report, Deloitte report, based on a survey conducted in more than 10 countries including India. 500 participants were from India. So the Great Resignation phenomenon where a large number of people leave the workforce is happening all around the world and also in India. So Indian women, including many women, are going to leave the workforce because of the increased level of stress and also due to inflexibility in timings. We hope that the new labor laws, which are totally against the interest of laborers, will not be implemented. But what if it's implemented on July 1st? So this is going to increase the working hours of laborers from 8 hours to 12 hours, which is totally against the human rights of the workers. And this is also going to increase the provident fund contribution of their wages. So the takeaway wage will be reduced. So this is another way of increasing the financialization. Prime Minister Narendra Modi recently accused the opposition party ruling state that they are not reduce the VAT on petrol, diesel, and they didn't transfer the benefits to the consumers. So, but the center reduced only 10 rupees of its excise duty, that too only in October. They didn't reduce the excise duty now. They did it only in October. Now states' financial position is in distress. So they are going to stop the GST compensation also. So just to accuse the states of not reducing, instead of you doing it, instead of the center has more fiscal space to reduce the excise duty on petrol and diesel, but instead of they doing it, they are accusing the states. So the LIC IPO is going to be open on next week, on 4th May, and it will be expected to close on May 9th. In the budget announcement, Finance Minister stated that around 5% of government stake will be disinvested, but it has been reduced to 3.5% now, and the number of shares which was claimed to be 31.6 crores before was reduced to 22.1 crores, and the amount, the value of the shares also reduced. Before it was more than 30,000 crores, now it is reduced to 21,000 crores. And the share price is going to be 902 to 949. So center will collect around 21,000 crores. So the reason for the reduction in this valuation is because of the increased volatility in the share markets, they say. There's a news spreading on that 143 products, including puffers, jaggery, chocolate, all the basic commodities, their GST GST tax will be increased. So it is not yet confirmed from the GST Council. Of these 143 products, so 93 are in the 18% tax slab. So they might be increased to from 18, they will be increased to 28%. So 1% increase will give 50,000 crore additional 50,000 crore additional income to the governments. So it is not yet confirmed. Recently, Gautam Adani overtakes Warren Buffett to become the world's 5th richest person. So in 2021, he added more wealth, around 81 billion, more than Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos. So, but he recently said that India will eradicate poverty if it achieves 30 trillion economy by 2050. Gautam Adani said recently. Why Adani we have to wait for 2050 to eradicate poverty? We can do it just now. Right now we can do it. Just transfer half of your wealth to people. Just nationalize half of your wealth, so the poverty will be gone. Why we have to wait for 2050 to do that? SIPRI report is recently released. So the world military expenditure is past $2 trillion for the first time, even during the COVID pandemic. So the spending for the military is increased. So there is a 6.1% increase in the military spending. So total in world GDP, the military spending was 2.2% in 2020, but it has increased to 2.3% now in 2021. So India is the third biggest country in terms of military spending, but it has spent around $76.6 billion American dollars. So that is a 0.9% increase compared to 2020. The composite purchasing managers index, which is indicator for the level of economic activity in the country, is increased from 53.5 to in February to 54.3 in March. So this is moderate. The total amount of net foreign investment up to February for 11 months is around $25 billion, which is a sharp decline comparing to $80 billion seen in the last year. So that means that the demand for the dollar is increasing and the demand for the rupee is coming down. So this is going to and the foreign exchange reserves also as of 15th April, the foreign exchange reserve depleted to 603.7 billion from 63.1 billion dollar. Decline in foreign exchange reserves and an increased outflow of foreign investment put the pressure on rupee. So the demand for rupee is falling and the demand for dollar is increasing. So rupee lost 25 pies against a dollar. American Central Bank Federal Reserve Chairman Jeremy Powell recently stated that they are going to increase the interest rate by 0.5% in May. And RBI also concerned about policy action and is going to increase the interest rate in the coming month to reduce the inflationary pressures. I see you all in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.